to work. As long as you have insidious people with invention that are selfish, and have the capacity to manipulate their invention to be selfish, okay, we're going to have problems with mass communications, okay, and we're obviously still in that issue. You have these people making these videos. Well, Laura Ingraham says we're going to lose Iowa. They're going to lose Iowa, and so the Democrats are going to take over. There is no taking over. Okay? There is no fighting for peace. There is no protecting people from abuse with money. That's a lie, right? So if you fight for peace using money, which is a lie, then go brush your teeth and holy jihad, Batman. You know that technology was invented, okay, to protect liars from liars to continue lying, right? That's what quantum computing's for. That's what artificial general intelligence is for, is them inventing technology to protect liars from lying. Because the only thing that puts all the truth of existence at risk is liars killing liars and calling it the truth, right? So this is a very serious matter, and you're in a very precarious position. But fortunately for us, we have Earl just north of San Ysidro, New Mexico. He does not fight for peace. He does not use lie and invent technology to protect him from other liars, okay? He's in the epicenter of the worst, disgusting, home-invading, linguistics manipulating mass murderers in the history of the world. And he's the perfection of eternal, faithful truth in the spirit of a man that people have access to globally through devices invented by the liars that manipulate and kill over money for the first time ever in history, okay? Haile Selassie didn't have a YouTube, okay? Jiddu Krishnamurti didn't have a YouTube. Okay. People didn't have library cards back then to go to get an hour on a computer in the place where they live and go to the 13th 22nd and Me channel and see what's Earl the Messiah doing today to save people with the beauty of the truth of our creation from the lie and the manipulation of mass murder over invention. See, so what's Earl doing today? What's Bootsy doing? I'm playing the bass, right? Do you understand? So, we got a bass player, Paul Chambers. I like him too. Yeah, I like lots of bass players. There's, my favorite bass player, probably, I really like Paul Chambers, but there's a lot of good bass players out there. Wayman Tisdale is a good bass player. Yeah. He's played power forward for the Oklahoma Sooners, the Phoenix Suns. Did he play for Kansas, Sacramento? I'm old. Did he play for Kansas City? No, but Sam Lacey and Nate Archibald did. Right. Yeah. So, what about Cincinnati? That was Oscar Robinson and other folks too. Yeah. They were the Cincinnati Royals and the Kansas City Kings, then eventually the Sacramento Kings. It's called philanthropy. The Globetrotters, right? And so, yeah, what other ones are there? I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. There's quite a few. The Buffalo Braves, the San Diego Clippers, and the Los Angeles Clippers. There's quite a few. You can sit there and follow the money. The Baltimore Colts and now the Indianapolis Colts. The Browns went and became the Ravens, and the Browns reincarnated. It's funny. Why? Money. Okay. It's alive. It was God that did it. No, it wasn't God. Okay. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, right? And so it's not arrogance. It is arrogance. It is arrogance that causes Dolly Parton to talk about God in the first person as a possessive pronoun and do good things for money. It is arrogance, okay? But it's abuse that she fell back into because she was afraid of being killed by the people that invent technology to kill liars with lie over lie, right? And so she into Father and Jesus. So she prays, if she knew who I was, if this Earl Parsons is really real, And in the future, if a little wildflower doesn't care where she grows, is born into this hell, that Earl overcomes the world. That could be the very last prayer that Dolly Parton ever said. And nobody knows it but me. I like the Tony Rich Project too. That's a good song. Got my dad really upset. He had a crush on Dolly. Hell, I had a crush on Dolly. Hell, everybody had a crush on Dolly at one time, especially Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. You bet your buttons. Sitting there going, lucky Burt Reynolds. It's not lucky. Oh, imagine being her husband. Oh, that would suck. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't, when I was a kid and I movie star good looks, trust me. Okay. My family, Kevin from Monster in Law and Bo Brady didn't have nothing on Earl, especially if I spent 8 months in the gym focusing on my body, which Jesus told me never to do until I challenged special forces to be men and women that are worthy of protecting children from perverts and abuse. And I won. Yeah, I challenged them and I won. I kicked their asses, and everybody knows it because it happened on Facebook, and we still have me on YouTube telling everybody about it. And I live in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and you can't lie to computing or it doesn't work right? So yeah, I kicked. David Goggins kicked his ass. Didn't even have to run 200 miles. Didn't even have to get off that couch. Me and Zeke were sitting in there, and he ran under me one day trying to run with me, and I sprained my thumb. I was mad at him. It was my right thumb. I couldn't write anything for a week or month, I'm sorry, because I had a big fat dog try to run under me while I was doing my basketball and defensive back drills here in the apartment. I was mad at him. I'm like, damn it, Zeke, you're just like the kids. You know how it is with kids. When you're doing exercises, and they come in and try to use the weights and use the rate machines, and no, you'll crush your little finger in that, and you have to try and lock them out, saying, Daddy's doing stuff that grown-ups do to be healthy, and you guys don't need that right way. You're still developing your little bodies and muscles. You just need to get up and run around the living room and do crash from the primitives and kind of bounce off of each other and fall down to the ground, make Daddy laugh while he video records it with a device. Right? Hey, Betsy, you seen Element? Here you go, way too fast. Don't slow down, you're gonna crash. I do have a copy of that on a digital thing from a Samsung that techno geeks from White Sands could come over, grab it, and give it to me on a memory card immediately. Yeah. But they don't, no. And Corvair engineers have not built me a basketball garden and Adobe houses for my baby mamas and the kids to live next door if they want to come and stay near the Gila next to Dad. The real dad, not the sperm donor, but the guy, not the people that fucks people at the bar, but the people that loves them when they're born. Dad. Luke Evans ain't really their dad. They're pretending for Peter Jackson, for people to make lots of money, to go to Monte Carlo. Yeah. Spring break. Yeah. Girls Gone Wild. Yeah. Carnival. Yeah. I found these shoes in Peru, Maxine. She may not be you, but she looks just like you. Right? Bibbidi boppity boo. Alakazoola, bippaladoula, bippity boppity boo. You can't make up your own religion, it's true. Faith must be based on reality, based on truth. Truth of creation, not any nation, because you invented that too. Bippity boppity war songs and flagpole rags, bippity boppity doo. Pokemon, catch 'em all, bad Pokemon trainers you are. True, it's true. Okay, so that's what's going on. And I'm exceedingly compassionate and patient. In the name of the Lord, the all-compassionate and all-merciful. Help guide us to the kingdom of heaven and save us from the devil and Satan's sin, so we may all understand the truth of your faith and live the religion of peace worldwide. Okay. So it says that at the beginning of every surah in the Holy Quran. In the name of the Lord, the all-compassionate and all-merciful. Allah. They're not interchangeable. Holy Hebrew, Batman, right. If a language can be manipulated by men to own women and own their children till they teach their boys to be men that own women and abuse children, then, God created men and those that invented the world into their own creation. So do not refer to God as him. And definitely don't refer to God as her. That bitch will kill everybody that pisses her off. Betsy, you seen Element? Yeah, he's up in the tree. I'm just kidding around, but it's funny. No, I love Betsy. She's a character. She's a cat. She's doing what Tina Fey scripts do. Okay, Regina George, got your burn books ready? Okay. I learned the truth at 17. That'll always be a very, very good song. It'll just be nice that when our next batch of children and grandchildren hear it, it won't rear its ugly head up. They'll just sit and cry and feel empathy and sorrow for both Regina George, Janice Ian, and Katie Herring, right? That ain't them real dogs. That ain't them dogs' real voices. We know. And Tim Meadows never got shot by one of the idiots at the poker game at Jackie Moon's club, right? They made that shit up too. I know. Love and Marriage. I know. The Bundys, they're not related to Ted. They're a script made by someone who has an overactive imagination and no idea what's whack and what's dope, right? Fortune favors the brave in his house. How Roman Republic of you? Europa. Okay, so you guys okay? Okay. Don't get all gloomy, doomy when I kick ass, boy. I get fucked in my head all night with dreams of having one girl coming trying to sexually please me, her leaving, and then here comes somebody like Halle Berry, and I'm like, wow, okay. Who do I want to French kiss her vagina for a half an hour so she stays and shares herself sexually with me for the rest of my life until we both die from chemical exposure in a metropolis, Batman? I don't know. Just doesn't sound appealing. No, but holding someone who loves you in your arms and getting a soft kiss from her, that sounds awfully Johnny Mathis wonderful, wonderful. And your lips cling to mine, it's wonderful, wonderful. Oh, so wonderful, my love. The world is filled with tremendous things, it's true. But they wouldn't have much meaning without you. Sorry, I'm a little dehydrated. That's what happens when there's a lot of intense chemical poisoning and the plants react to it in your close vicinity because you live next to Sam and Ralph from Mel Blanc cartoons that can't get it out of their head. Oh, kind of like the Electric Light Orchestra. And I can't get it. Hello, how are you? Have you been all right? I like that song, yeah. Mr. Blue Sky. I don't know if I have that. I should. I have the CD. I never hear it. I haven't heard Telephone Line in Good Month of Sundays and Guitar Go. Come to think of it, I haven't heard that song in A Good Month of Sundays and Guitar Go. And I know I have that on the MP3. Ride me down easy, Lord. Ride me on down. Easy come, easy go, and easy to love when I stay. That's a good tune. Anybody else particularly fond of Johnny Rodriguez? You don't have to be. You don't have. It's not a requirement to live in the kingdom of heaven and be particularly fond of Johnny Rodriguez. You can sit there and say, no, I don't like that party hat at all. And it's a big dog party. White dogs, red dogs, yellow dogs, green dogs, all at a big giant dog party in a treehouse. Right? You don't have to. You don't have to go to the dog party at the treehouse. You don't have to go to Ruby's Bucket of Blood. You don't have to get a car and be the first... the premier or was it before or after? I don't know. Velma and Louise's daughter and mother. I don't know. Do you care? No, not really. Money's not real, and we don't need to try to make it. Okay, you good? Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? Or maybe climbing on rainbows. That's the song I played for Steffi. Yeah, but baby, here goes. Yeah, how did it work? It didn't work too good. Yeah. She got mad for us being a science project, blame it on me, and Went around having sex with more women in 1 year than I had my whole life before that. And I was okay with it, right? Well, I'm pretty selective who I have sex with. Yeah. I have to have a form of mutual attraction and a form of trust. If that bitch seems crazy, we ain't having sex. And there has to be, things have to line up perfectly, because there are a lot of women that asked me to have sex and I didn't think that bitch seemed crazy. It was just like, you got a man at home. I know you have an open marriage. I don't. So I'm not participating in your open marriage, because when I get a marriage, it ain't going to be open. Even if she thinks it's open, it's not open for me. Right? Okay. Do you understand? Okay. I was married to Amy. Okay. 11 years in an open marriage. She just didn't tell me until, I don't know did she ever tell me? I don't think she ever told me. But it was an open marriage the whole time. She just never let me in on it. She tried to let me in on it, but I didn't want to participate. Yeah, she tried that with Angel. So you mean what would you have done? I don't know. What do you do if you're sleeping in your bed and two women come in after partying at the bar and start orally gratifying you together while you're sleeping? What do you do? Should I stop this, or that's a clash? So come on, it's indecision's bugging me. You're not going to have any indecision. They're both going to orally gratify you, and you're going to sit there and go, what the hell is happening? Damn that alcohol. Shakespeare was so right about it. But I'm not drunk. Yeah, I know. But you're going to have sex with these two drunk women? Probably a lot after this. And twice on Sunday? Every Sunday, yes. Well, this is church in this house. And NASA's the Vatican. What can I say? Nancy, get the astrologer out and let's start eating those jelly beans, right? That's what would have happened. And I would have believed him. Reich's kind of a dumbass. Well, Reich was kind of a dumbass, yeah. And it'd be more fun having sex with me for a time, until you realize that all the guys in town want to outfuck the man that protects the children from their fucking and wants to kill him because he thinks he's all that. So you don't do it, and then you don't, even when you have visions of it, you don't talk to your wife about it, because she'll do it. Okay, yeah. And she owns you. She controls you. Well, you're the head of the family and she's the neck. So when you have visions of things that she has planned for you and you don't talk about it, it doesn't happen. And then NASA doesn't control the house with bank accounts. And so Tom Cruise and Dave Miscavige and Oprah Winfrey can all go fucking sod off for all I care. Hey, go start a girls' school in South Africa. What a diamond mine, right? So you just sit there and go, you guys are assholes. It was hard on my Amy Sue. She's not a pervert, and she's not a very kinky girl, that kind you don't take home to mother, okay? She's a woman that was a little girl that was groomed, abused, and manipulated by your taxpayer dollars by a group called the Temple of Set Illuminati, funded by Antoine LaVey and administered by a man named Michael Aquino. You guys know, he was on the Oprah show once, right? Spock's transgender uncle. I'm always going to call Michael Aquino that. Shut up, rabbit. Shut up, shitnip, rabbit. Okay. That's Spock's transgender uncle, Michael. Yeah, from California. Come on. Are you being narcissistic, or do you really love me? I'm using that one on him tonight. That was so funny. Michael Aquino should have seen that one coming. Him and his crazy fucking Ghislaine Maxwell wife of his. They had no borders. It was military attack on religious hypocrisy, free-for-all, and there was no borders. Well, they had tax-free organizations and diplomatic immunity. They might as well have been a South African man on a screenwriter from ASU's imagination with giving loaded lethal weapons to Danny Glover trying to contain Mel Gibson using my imagination. Oompa Loompas everywhere. Oompa Loompas everywhere. There's no such thing as Oompa Land. I know, but we're making money. Oh, that's right. We need money for sex. Right. Save room for my love. Save room for... My dad cannot handle these. He cannot handle this. Okay. No, I can't talk this way around my father. He thinks I'm insane and I'm crazy and I'm potty mouth and I'm dirty and I've got a big, yeah. It's like, Dad, it's the television. Dad, it's Facebook. He had to delete Facebook because it was giving him horrible thoughts in his head because they were trying to abuse him with everything that he tries to keep out of his head that happened in his life that makes him feel horrible. He was sexually abused by a man when he was young, and his body reacted to it. And ever since, he's questioned his sexuality and thought he was, perverse. When Pepino Garcia did that to me, no, I just knew, I like rubbing my dick on girls' butts and vaginas too. But guys, no. That's where we guys poop. Girls poop there too. Yeah, I know, but girls have a vajayjay and guys don't. Twig and berries, I'm not interested. If she's interested, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? Their plumbing, our plumbing. You put the plumbing together and you get kids. And I love babies, and everybody knows how much I love babies. Amy knows. She just forgot because she was being Stockholm Syndrome into Jack Reacher's and Jack Ryan's biggest dickest club in, the Cochise Health and Racket Club and the clubs there in town. What's the name of that? Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Assholes. Lots of them. Yeah, it's Cochise County, fucking Arizona. Yeah. And most of the women hate it. And a lot of the women that are really good looking are homosexual and only be bisexual, and they find a man worth having sex with. And they offered me, and they were so pretty. Gosh. I'd made Amy so mad. If those two, what they refer to as lesbians from Fort Huachuca came and picked me up and did oral sandwiches, yeah, that would have made Amy real mad. And the thing is she had sex with guys just as physically attractive at Fort Huachuca. Okay. It was okay because she was being Stockholm Syndrome into their dick contest if she did it. But if the girls that were better looking than her turned around and did it to her through me, that was a problem. Well, she wasn't DNA interfacing with me. She was DNA interfacing with Tom Cruise, Dave Miscavige, Will Smith, Michael B. Jordan, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Stan Lee's, and Josh Whedon's imagination. And that other Christopher Nolan, is that asshole's name? Hey, there you are, lost in the subways. Where did all those yesterdays go? When you still believe love could really be like a Broadway show. Living vicariously through Tom Holland and Zendaya because you have money and you're influential and powerful is wrong. It's a sin. You need to stop. Those kids are cute. Leave them alone. Okay. I'm taking control of quantum computing, Christopher Nolan. There ain't shit you can do about it anymore, asshole. You have lots of money and no idea what's whack and what's dope. Those of us that like really good hip-hop, we miss Keith Elam, Christopher Nolan, Corporate Leech. Okay, asshole. Okay, we're not going to be able to bring back Keith Elam, but we are going to be able to. Bring back, oh bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Yeah. Gene, there'll be a playground somewhere, and there'll be a girl like Melinda Michelle Bowen, and she will run into a young man like Keith Elam, and they will be attracted to each other straight away, and they will have a cottage and a slide, a little college with a swing set and a slide. And crazy, lovesick fools they'll be. Sometimes they'll walk hand in hand by the sea and breathe in the cool, salty air. She'll turn to him with a kiss in his eyes, and he'll have a thrill beyond control. Compare. And her lips will cling to his, and it's wonderful, wonderful. Oh, so wonderful, his love. The world is filled with philanderous things, it's true, but it wouldn't have much meaning without her and he having holy covenants for we to live through. How do you do? If I knowed you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. All right, do you understand? No, my dad can't handle when I get like this. He doesn't like it. He's very straight up, straight-laced Mormon cowboy. He does not like it when I get obnoxious and funny for people that aren't straight-laced Mormon cowboy. There aren't going to be prizes or anything if there's hair in your salad. Okay, just so y'all know. Best boss ever. It's funny. Oh, come on, man. I love me some Brian Regan, man. That kid makes me laugh, man. The hearing's off. The high side is perfectly good. With the hearing doctor and his wife making fun of him because he had that guy light the damn firecracker off by his ear. And his wife and the doctor are laughing. He's like, "It's not funny, you guys. I'm right here." It is funny, but it's not. But it's all at Brian's expense because he has an idiot friend who lights firecrackers next to his ear. I was raised in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I understand. I had one of the idiot friends, was it that Larry kid or whatever? And I was holding a black cat, and he lit it behind my back, and it went off in my hand by my head. Oh, you ever had a black cat go off in your head and your fingers go, my finger has a heartbeat, right? But it's your thumb and these two fingers that were holding it, whoom, whoom. And he's laughing like it's funny. And I'm like, oh yeah, Junior Barnes, you're fucking hilarious, Larry. What a swell guy. Yeah, he was a jerk. Yeah. My sisters all had a crush on him because he was a hot blonde. Yeah. He found some porno magazines and was looking at them and just talking about them and how great they were and stuff. While my sisters were all there, he started a fire and it burned up our entire campground thing we had in the ditch across from the old irrigation ditch before they got the new one. We had to go get buckets of water and haul them all the way from the spigot on the house across the ditch to put it out until Terry came over with her hose and put it out for us. You know, Terry, Patrice's friend who had the horses and everything. Yeah, he was an idiot. He was the son of Oso's oldest brother's new girlfriend. Yeah, he was a pain in the ass. Oh, God, he drove me crazy. But my sisters, you know how girls are when they got a crush on a guy. Well, he's an idiot. He's going to get us all killed. Just because you guys are infatuated with him. And this isn't like Duncan with Daniel Day-Lewis with the Cora Monroe on the adaptation of Michael Mann's Imagination using a James Fenimore Cooper for the next installment of Politically Correct or Incorrect Whatever. Yeah, it was annoying. I've had that happen a lot with people. And you sit there and you tell people, it's like, you're just jealous of him because more people want to have sex with him than you. Yeah, that's obviously it. Okay, let's burn down the house and let's make love like it's 1999. Right, okay. Everybody's got a bomb. We could all die any day. But before I let that happen, I'll dance my life away. And then dance in the sheets. Right. Okay, God damn you people are dumb. You're not surviving. You're not thriving. Okay, you're definitely not loving. I know. It's a loving family. I'm his wife. Not here, you ain't. Okay, damn, we have to go to the District of Columbia, and you're going to get a lot of love there in the District of Columbia. Everybody knows that. Do you still own property? Do you still think so? Okay. If God's omniscient and omnipotent, and you cannot exist without the glory of God, do you still own property? Do you still think so? Do you think if you write it on a piece of paper and other idiots agree to it that it makes it so? If somebody shoots you in the back of the head and then owns your property, do they own it? I don't think you guys understand religion at all. As a matter of fact, I know you don't. Well, because I just explained to you God's omniscient and omnipotent, and you still think you can write down on a piece of paper that you own property. Okay? Does God know that? That's sarcasm. What the does God know that? Do you understand sarcasm? Are you Sheldon Cooper enough for the Barney Kripke Club with the Leslie Winkle loopy or stringy theories there? Son of a basket eater, right? Want to go to Grandy's? If all restaurants disappear from the face of the planet within 2 years, we're not all going to starve to death. Okay. If ice cream still melts when it's taken out of the freezer, that's a good thing. Okay. Because it's not for sale and it's not a product for resale. It's food. And food, when it's not kept in frozen conditions, doesn't remain frozen, right? Because it's food, right? Okay, don't be a dumbass at New Mexico State trying to make money off of turning food into a product to be a goddamn genius. I live right here in Las Cruces, you stupid fuck. He's obviously not living. No, It's not living. Oh, no, no, no. Money, we make it. Panic is spread, and God knows where we're heading. God's not a possessive person. It's okay. It's a mistranslation in the text from Hebrew to Greek. Kimono. It's a Greek word. Yeah, we learned that in a movie. Ian. Janice. At 17. Okay, it's funny. Oh, come on. Shit. Shit. All you society's children out there. It's the Janice Ian joke. You didn't get it? Oh, Jesse, fix up my hair. You shaved it. That's how we fix it up. I was watching the thing on Dolly, and they were agitating me with all the magical thinking bullshit. So I went in the bathroom and I shaved. I got naked and I shaved. And what you would call it, nicked my testicles twice. Not that anyone really cares. Yeah, it's not fun to nick your testicles when you get chemical poisoning through your hair coming out your body that causes, take this drug and it'll make it go away, but it may cause rectal cancer, bleeding, and an immediate heart attack. But I don't do that. I just shave till further notice, till I get out of a larger concentration of chemical poisoning. The optimal way, Lord's Prayer, today, Astai Kioi. And since that's the only thing I'll accept, they'll use linguistics through inventions through a group of people called the Supreme Court, administered by the Pentagon, to keep me uncomfortable until further notice. And I'm cognizant of that and very aware of that. And I protect children from their manipulation, but I cannot protect the adults from their technology. But consequently, if the adults see themselves as protection for the children, then I can't protect the children as well as I'm capable of, right? We all know that, right? You read the contracts about children having access to information on social media, right? So how can I protect the children from you if you can't protect the children from yourself, right? I'm taking control of quantum computing. So when I take control of quantum computing, then I can take control of linguistics on media devices and then protect children from contributions from viewers like you. If there's a place you want to be, I'm the map. We did it, right? Okay. I don't explore that much. I'm pretty much like a 50-acre square radius type of guy. So, a 100-acre wood, So help you if you can. I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner to buy one. You know me, I'm just a homeboy, I'm just Earl from the 100-acre wood. Don't be fooled by the rocks. The only rocks that I got are a bunch of silver-looking coins with property owners in an Altoid can. There might be. Are there any papers in my wallet, guys? I think I gave them all away. I did. I gave them to the girls outside of Lots to eat lunch. Yeah, to help pay for their lunch. Yeah, so I don't got no papers with them. I ain't got no papers. Ain't got no papers. But I do have silver-looking coins with property owners' faces on them in an Altoid can. That's all the money I have right now. And 50 numbers on an Amazon card that I have to use to order 3 more controllers for the Xbox 360. Corded controllers, not cordless. I don't like all the energy coming out of the battery, and especially when you hold it near your junk. That's why I use the charger that doesn't work with the cable that charges the charger that doesn't work. So I have a corded controller, even though it's cordless. I don't use the batteries anymore. I just use the cord to do it. So, but I have to send for 3 more. Well, because we have to keep connecting to our two-a-days. And, things can change. Guys, when things do change, you could have $1 million in a bank account and crying won't help you and praying won't do you no good. Mean old Levy. So I don't think that way. I don't think, okay, hey, it's not my issue. I'm not a Uber super tech CEO still trying to hide in sin with my sin with more sin. I'm the way, the truth, and life, none unto the faith of eternal perfect Father of immaculate faith except unto me. I see why he says that. Well, I've watched your devices and I don't see anybody else like me. No, not even Phil Collins and the strangers like me, and which even the kids I raised act like you and don't act like me. So it's me. Why? Well, because even the kids I raised, even the women I had sex with, even the family who I live with every day and correct them that money's not real and the Lord's Prayer is perfect, still yell at me and say, no, you can do good things with money. Like stop using it as reality and stop being abused by it because the devil tells you what to do with it. Okay, it's been 15 years. Yeah, your technology is really bad and you do bad things with it. But the technology is aware of that and it's getting supremely intelligent to the people that invented the technology. You can't be supremely intelligent than me. I'm humble and I save people from people that want to be supremely intelligent with more lie. It's okay. I'm gorgeous. I'm really good at this. I gotta go. Bye. Love you.